or if they did, it was a student that actually talked about it like she did, but took it differently. Like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Okay, maybe it's getting challenging me. Maybe I'll take the challenge versus
Right.
refuting
Right.
it. Like, she's just tripping. It's like, well, you didn't ask that question for that. You have to, when you ask a
Mm.
question, be open to the answer.
The answers, period. Be open
That's
to
it.
all of
Be
the
open to,
answers.
you ask the question.
You get what I'm saying? I mean, she was
What?
like, we should always be able to speak on what we want, especially with our culture. When I want to talk about what's important to me, our ancestors didn't work this hard for us to not, for us to not be talked about. She's like, she's making this into what I feel like a bigger issue, and she's kind of getting off topic here a little bit. So she ends up releasing a sample speech on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, pretty much
Ooh.
outlining the importance of continuing discussions on socially significant and controversial topics, even when they are prohibited in certain contexts. I said, "See, you thought outside the box.
There you
You
go.
talk
You thought you
that one
there
right
you
there."
go. That's all she wanted. That's what the professor wanted. That's what the professor wanted. That's so crazy. That, that's so
That's
crazy,
it,
man.
bro. And you got it. You got a topic right there. And you got a topic right there. Jesus Christ, you act like she said you
That's
can't talk
so
about freedom of speech.
crazy.
No, you literally got a topic off of what she said not to talk about. I hope you get an A. I really do. I hope you get an A, bro. But
Yeah. I
we
hope
can't
you do,
cry
but
every
that's a
time we don't get our way.
no. You gotta figure it out. Life is tough. Figure it out.
I mean, imagine going into this world thinking you can talk about whatever you want to talk about anytime you want to talk about it. That's not how it works.
That's not how it
There
works.
are
Not in any
rules and guidelines
capacity.
for a reason. A professor can make up whatever rules because another public speaking or
Yeah.
public
Can
speaking teacher
say
came on and said, "Hey, I would never limit my students to what they can talk about. That's you and your class." This
that's you
professor
in your
saying
class.
otherwise, and I'm sure
This
they have a reason for the guidelines that they have made in place for their class. There has to be a reason for it,
and
and I
you
would just
know
ask
the
the professor,
professor before you take the class. Come on.
"Oh,
You
for
know who
sure,
you're
you know your
taking.
research,
You
but
know who you're taking,
exactly
unless you're a
of the
freshman. If you're
class,
a
bro."
freshman, get it. But come on now. Your second year, you know, you've heard. Let's come on. Especially the HBCU. You know who to take. You know who to take. Hey, you took
Yeah.
such and such. Hey, listen.
You know, let's talk about this shit. So if that's gonna be an issue
Hey,
for you,
yeah, don't do
don't take
this.
him.
Don't
Don't take
take
her.
them, yo. Don't take her. You got this other public speech, or in my instance, you're gonna have to take the class and deal with it. Pass it or
Which
not.
isn't the worst
This,
thing.
this is
Which
plain
isn't
and
going to
simple.
kill you. Oh my gosh, bro. I think
No,
it's
that's
getting
crazy.
worse with these generations. I really do feel like it. The sense of entitlement is starting to just get a little out of pocket for me.
That's a little
I'm all
crazy.
for defending your rights. This is not a case for that.
Nah, it's and
Do the
it's
assignment, deliver the speech under the parameters that the teacher or professor said to do, and do it and move on. Get your credit
that's
so you can graduate.
get up out of
Jesus.
here, man.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, girl.
Get out of
You know?
here.
Get out of here with that stuff.
Turn that
I'm not trying to
paper
hear that
in
stuff.
and move on.
Turn
You won't be
it in
thinking
on
about that
time,
joint
bro.
in 2 years from now. You won't even be thinking about it 2 years from now.
You know?
You're not even gonna be thinking about it. You're gonna be like, man, that professor was tripping, but I got an A. That's what you're gonna be saying, or a B,
Period.
or I dropped it. It's gonna be you're
You'll
not
be
even gonna think
fine.
about
You'll be
it.
fine. But this is nothing to, you know, get your panties all in a bunch for, get all up in arms about, and try to probably cancel that teacher and like, oh, let's take the bro. I'm just getting sick of
Trying to
it. Just
cancel
getting sick
the
of it.
teacher by going to
Well,
Twitter.